Okay, so there's been a bit of drama around the Cubecraft moderation system. So, to sum everything up, there have been two people that have been trading blows in this battle of reporting and getting banned and stuff like that, and it's kind of crazy. So, a user by the name of Prism was banned for drag clicking in a game of Cubecraft. As you know, drag clicking with tape is not allowed. I forgot to mention that he drag clicked with tape, but yes. And he did it on the stream, and the person that reported him was a user by the name of Mr. Space. Mr. Space reported Prism for drag clicking with tape in a Cubecraft lobby. Now, Prism was never drag clicking in any of the actual games. In fact, if you look at the context of the stream, he was explaining how drag clicking with tape is very useless, doesn't really do much, and how it's just kind of a useless tactic, and it's not something that people should be trying to see if they can do or get around because it doesn't really offer that much of an advantage. That said, drag clicking with tape in Cubecraft is technically against the rules. And if he had streamed himself drag clicking in the lobby, that technically is punishable to a ban because those are the rules. But context obviously is everything. So I reached out to both Prism and Mr. Space and asked them what the heck is going on. And to an extent, Prism was just saying exactly what I had said, that he wasn't drag clicking in any games, that he got banned unfairly because he was simply demonstrating how, to drag click in Cubecraft and how it's useless, and also technically how you can get banned for doing it in games, which he didn't realize would get him banned simply for demonstrating it on stream with only it's a 15-second clip, so give the man some grace. I talked to Mr. Space, and he told me, and I quote, "I reported him for using tape." And then I asked him, okay, so now that you know the context, do you think you would have changed your mind? He said, "I made the right decision, but I ended up getting banned. Of course, if I have the ability to prevent it, I use it." I said, "If you had known that he was only demonstrating how drag clicking with tape is useless and how he was not actually doing it in game, would you have still reported?" And he said, "Demonstrating is still breaking the rules." I don't exactly know what to make of this situation. Mr. Space reported with good intentions. Technically speaking, he reported with the intentions to stop people from drag clicking. He saw this guy, saw this 15-minute little clip, and reported him. And that makes sense. I feel like Mr. Space is wrong for doing what he did, technically speaking, because he could have given Prism a little grace and understanding that this guy's not actually drag clicking in game. There's no real grounds to, get him banned. I should mention that Prism has been unbanned since this whole situation has come out. And I feel like Mr. Space does not want to admit that he's wrong. So he's saying, he's standing on the fact that, demonstrating is still breaking the rules. So it's an interesting situation overall. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, because really I feel like this whole thing is going to blow over in a matter of 2 or 3 days. This isn't going to last very long, and personally speaking, it's kind of a petty issue to be reporting for drag clicking as an example, and I'm super glad that Prism is no longer banned. I don't know about Mr. Space. I don't know if he will be unbanned as well for false reporting, because technically he didn't false report, but he is still trying to stick to his guns, to the fact that he did the right decision, which I feel like he didn't, but it is what it is. Okay. On a separate note, I am really happy to see Cubecraft making an effort to actually fix games that are broken, because, they've not had the best history when it comes to, fixing problems in their games. They've gone, several weeks without changing features that desperately needed to be changed, and so they just don't have the best track record when it comes to trying to make things better. That said, this issue that was with Skyward Solo, I was on yesterday, and when scrolling through any of these options, nobody was online. So there was no 12. It was literally all 0. And going into the portal just kind of made you sit there, and it had this timer. If you see up above, this little timer up there, it would just make that timer count to infinity. So there was no real way to get into a game. Its connection was having some problems. You couldn't really connect to your Skyward solos. So I got on today, by the way. Oh, I forgot to mention this was all yesterday when I found this out. But I logged on today to talk about the whole drag clicking drama and also to talk about this Skyward solo issue. But it turns out Cubecraft beat me to it and has thankfully fixed the issue. So that is one more thing you guys don't have to worry about. I'm really happy to report that that is fixed and that is no longer a problem. So it's just, you know, not very Cubecraft like to be this fast in fixing issues, if you know what I'm saying. And so it really puts joy in my heart to see them making an effort to do stuff and make their games better. So yeah, I'm gonna go play some Skyward solos. See ya.